Hi, this is Teacher Rose, and this training video is from section 1, and it's on consonant borrowers. So remember, in English we have 20 consonants, and they have names. Their names are B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, and Z. And remember, we can put the consonants into 3 groups. We have talked about sisters and cousins, and this video is about the 4 borrowers. So the 4 borrowers in English are X. Q always goes with a U. So you're not going to see a Q by itself. There's always a U. So Q, U, Y, and C. So X borrows 2 sounds. It borrows the K and the S sound together. X. So when you say X, you have to say 2 sounds. X. Like in the word 6. So we can go S, I, X. So we have 1 letter, but we have 2 sounds. Or like in the word box. B, A, X. QU borrows the K and the W sound, Qu. So when you see a QU, you need to say Qu. Like in queen, queen. Or in the 2-beat word quiet, quiet. This is a 2-syllable word because it has 2 vowels. Quiet. Letter Y, Letter Y has 3 sounds. We know about the I sound because we've used it in our training consonant videos. But sometimes Y says I, and sometimes it says E. And we'll be working on these vowels in the next section on vowels. But some key words are happy. So at the end of big words where Y says E. So happy. This is a 2-syllable word because we have 2 vowels. Happy. Then Y in small word says I. My mouth moves. I. Sky. And in the word gym, the Y says I. So this is a soft G. So we say J, I, M, gym. Letter C borrows 2 sounds. Sometimes it's a K, K, and sometimes it's a S. In the word cat, K, K, at, cat, it's a K. In the word sick, the letter C, spelled with a C and a K, 2 letters, 1 sound, says K. S-I-K. But if there's a C-E, a C-I, just going to do this again. If there's a C-E or a C-I or a CY, oftentimes, most of the time, the C says S, the S sound. S. Like in the words face, face, face. Or in the word city, city. Notice that in this two-syllable word, the Y says E. City. Or in the word cycle, cycle. The Y says I in this word. Cycle. So now let's see if you can spell the sound that you hear. X. I hope you spelled an X or put an X in up here in your head. What if you hear a qu? What will you write? Qu. I hope you wrote two letters, Q-U. What if you hear a S? S. There are many ways to spell the S sound, and we'll be working on this in the next video. Most of the time, we're going to spell the S sound with just an S. S. Sometimes we'll use two S's, and sometimes we'll use the soft C, C-E, C-I, or C-Y. If you just put the S sound, good job. You heard the right sound. Spelling can be tricky in English. What about if you hear a K? K? There are many ways to spell the K sound. We can spell it with a K, a C, and a CK. And we'll work on this more in the next training video. What if you hear qu? What will you spell when you hear qu? Please spell two letters. That's right. Q-U is qu. What if you hear a K? K? See if you can think of two ways to spell K. Hopefully you put down at least a K sound, a K with a K, and a C. What if you hear a X? X? You hear two sounds, but you need to write one letter, X. And your last sound, oh, there it is. X, X. Your last sound is S. See if you can write two ways of spelling S. There are many ways. So hopefully you put at least an S. That is the most common. But CE, CI, and CY and SS are also pretty common. Thank you for learning English with Teacher Rose. Please join me for Consonant Training Video 20, in which we'll look at all the different ways to spell the consonant sounds.